I say I actually fuck like this my girl. I got you. You got me. You and me will never part, not da da. I'm not running around this app harassing you. Especially on your milestones, especially doing your celebrations, especially doing times that I'm not doing that shit. I'm not teaming up with nobody else to do that shit. I'm not doing it. So if y'all think that that's cool, yeah, everybody get they rocks off on this app with creators and all of that stuff. But if you ever called a person your friend on this app, you actually say you fuck with a person and you cared about them, y'all the motherfucking type of friends I never want to have. I did not do that with, never did that with AP. I don't even argue with AP, Spike. So stop lying. I don't even argue with her. Purposely.
And I think another thing that people kind of sweep under the rug is these trigger words. Like, y'all be forgetting, and I'm going to say it one more time, she's a licensed professional, been doing it for 10 years. So what do I mean by that? Is she understands human behaviors, okay? She's not a psychiatrist, she's a psychologist, okay? She understands human behaviors. She studies it. She also understands traumas. Okay. And so when you have an individual who knows and understands and can peep, see, smell out someone's traumas, insecurities, and so on and so forth, they will then use those things against you. And one of the things that she uses to the collective is trigger words like biases. Y'all don't like to be called biased because people like to believe that they're neutral. They like to believe that they can see both perspectives. So if a person in the collective gets called biased, they get triggered. Now you're forced to listen to their side to try to see their point because you just been called biased and you don't like that. You don't like how that feels. And that's inciting a level of emotional manipulation, right? Another trigger word is boundaries. A lot of people don't understand what boundaries actually means. A lot of people don't understand accountability. These are trigger words. Professionals use these trigger words, right? Because the reality is, to be a psychologist who is doing the type of therapy that she does, you have to be a master manipulator because she's not giving you any medication. The goal is to shift your mindset from what you've been thinking to then think a different way that I believe will help you based off of conversations that me and you have had. A master manipulator. So if I see a certain level of triggers in you, I can then incite some level of conflict within yourself. And this is for the masses. I ain't even talking about me. This is for the masses. And so now you find yourself trying to be more understanding and more empathetic, because she'll throw those words out too. You should be empathetic. You should be more understanding. Give grace. You should be more kind. You should know that everybody's not perfect. I'm human. I have to humanize myself because y'all are trying to inhumanize me, and nobody has tried to inhumanize her. What people have done is call her out for her behaviors, and her lack of accountability is what causes her to get the type of backlash that she gets. But because she sits in certain spaces that y'all like or y'all frequent, y'all enable the behavior because you're trying to favor the person who you like in the live. And you don't want to get kicked out.
Yep. Yep. Y'all hold on. Y'all keep going. I gotta go to the bathroom and I gotta get ready to go pick up the boys. So y'all keep going. Y'all tap the screen. We behind a little bit on the taps. So, and we're going to keep it going. We got X-Files in 2 hours. So let's finish this conversation because this is very important to talk about. I have a live goal up there. Let me go to the bathroom. Y'all keep going. Keisha, go ahead.
What I was going to say earlier was that therapist came on this bitch as a problem. And I seen right through that shit. Me and therapist had a argument on Diamond's panel. So my whole thing is that at the end of the day, if she throwing out these trigger words, what the fuck? Like, sometimes I am biased. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I am biased. If somebody is fucking with TeaTyme, for example, that I don't like, then I'm going to be on TeaTyme's side. So that makes me biased, right? So why would I get upset if she calling me out on my shit? And she been problematic, though. This shit ain't new. The girl came on the app problematic, and I cursed her out. She told me don't call her a bitch. I cursed her out. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, At the end of the day, I appreciate you dropping today, Rozay, when she did come up. That was respectable. But at the end of the day, just stop giving the lady fucking energy. Like, just stop talking to her and move around. Move around. But some people do be enabling her though. I do see the bullshit. But at the end of the day, if you had a personal relationship with her, came on the front end, whatever the fuck, I ain't in none of that shit because I don't give a fuck. They ain't none of my business. But what I'm saying is that for your mental health, Rose, keep doing what you're doing. Move the fuck around. She come up, you drop. She leave, you come back. That's my thing. But I said that everybody was when she first came around back in January, everybody was on her dick, like, yeah, the therapist, the therapist. And I was the one that got cursed out. I was the one that got called all kinds of names behind cursing therapists out. But it's all good, though. It's all good.
But
I don't mind
Keisha,
because I can take
Keisha,
that.
he's not following you around the app. I
Right,
am
I
being
just
followed.
said that. I just said that. But see, this is what I'm saying,
So
though, right?
so it's not fair
It's
for you
not
to
fair,
tell
but life
me.
ain't fair.
No,
What I'm
no,
saying to
no,
you,
no,
what I'm saying
no,
to you is that
no.
the
It's
therapist
not
should
fair.
stop. It's the life ain't fair, Rose. But listen to this: the
It,
therapist should stop following you around. But if the bitch ain't gonna stop following you around, what do you want to do? Like, what the fuck? Like, we know what she doing is inappropriate. That's the whole reason why T brought the subject up. But what the fuck are you going to do if this lady don't stop? That's why I just gave you your props and said you drop because you don't got time for that. But what the fuck are you going to do? You want to make her stop? We on a fucking act. We're not in real life, even though we are real people. We are on a fucking act. We ain't face to face. So what do you want to do? That's all I'm saying. I'm talking to you. I would never talk to therapists. I would never have a conversation with her because she lacks intellect for me. For me, she came on the app gaslight and I cursed out in Diamond Live. So I would never fuck with that bitch. But what are you going to do? It's not fair. But life ain't fucking fair, Rose. So what are you going to do? And you highly intelligent. So what are you going to do, Rozay?
I can't hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Nobody's talking.
Oh, what
Yeah,
happened? What I miss?
nothing. Me and Rose was just. I was having a conversation with Rose, and she was just saying how it's not fair that the therapist following her around on this app. And I said, life ain't fair. The fucking therapist should stop. But what are you going to actually do? And I gave Rose her props for dropping earlier when the lady came in and she was like, I don't got nothing to say to you. And she dropped. I'm like, that's what you're going to have to do with the lady because something is wrong with her. But I clocked
But it
that
still should
shit
be
back in
called
January.
out, though. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
I clocked that shit. That's what I just said. I clocked it in January. But everybody in January, when the bitch first came on the app and I clocked that bullshit she was talking, everybody told me to leave therapists alone. Don't call women bitches. Don't do this. Don't do that. So I've been clocked. I've been say something about it. When she places that I frequent, when she places that I frequent, I leave. I don't fuck with no therapist. She seemed deranged and delusional to me when I first seen her in January, and the shit that was coming out her mouth, the rhetoric. But everybody told me to leave that lady alone and don't call black women bitches. That's exactly what I was told. So all that I'm saying is that we calling it out, but like just like Rose said, she's following Rose around on the app. What the fuck is going to happen? Like, what you going to do?
Keisha, have you ever been stalked before?
I have been harassed in real life, and I handle my business. But I can't. I feel like this. This
So
this
how
hear
did
me
you
out, Rose.
handle being stalked in real life?
I got. How did I handle it? The fuck? What? I don't want to put all of my business out there. I ain't one of them. But I handled that shit. I got 7 brothers, Rose. I got a whole
Well,
village.
she's
I
trying
got
to
a whole
she's trying to figure
community.
out how
You didn't
So
in
she's trying to
fact
figure out.
ignore. You didn't in fact just leave vicinities. You
okay,
reacted with
but what are you
violence.
going to do on the app? What are you going to? I didn't say violence. You said violence. I didn't say violence. You said violence. At the end of the day, what are you doing on the app? I'm asking. Because we calling this shit out. But what are you going to do? Because like you said to me, she's following you around, not me.
Do you know that she
Is
knows where
what
I
you
work?
going to do? Okay, she comes to your job.
Okay. I'm done with the conversation.
Asking for you to protect yourself.
No, because
I'm
you
not
don't you
blaming you. I'm
ma'am,
saying, what are you
ma'am,
going to do to protect
ma'am.
yourself
It's
from her?
okay. It's okay. Thank you.
It's still not okay. This is what I'm trying to say. Um, People are pointing out what they see and it's being like funny, right? They're making a joke out of it. And if this was a man, right, walking around the app, following women, like going in, throwing big gifts and saying, hey, Rozay, I know you don't want me to talk to you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, people would take this serious. Nobody's taking it seriously, but she's a professional, right? Um, we all have a responsibility to ourselves. And if we see something, say something. Because if we don't say nothing, this shit can get worse. It can get out of hand. If I see something, I'm gonna say something. I don't walk around here stalking people on no app. But if I see something that doesn't look right, I'm gonna speak on it, regardless of what anybody else feel about it. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Regardless if we warned somebody about it yesterday, if we warned somebody about it last week, everybody gets stuff differently at different times. Everybody receives things at different times. Everybody receives things at their own time. It doesn't mean that they deserve it just because they didn't take heed to your warning.
I never
Um,
said she
you know
deserved
what
it
I'm saying?
though,
I'm
Ty.
just saying. I know, but
I
you keep
never
saying,
said she
I tried to
deserved it.
tell y'all.
No, I didn't say that. I said I was on her ass in January. And
I
I said
told
what people
y'all,
said
man, when I
what people
when I
said to
had that
me.
situation, when I had the I'm realizing that, like I said, people pick and choose what they want, what they care about, and who they care about, and that's fine, right? The y'all level of care shifts depending on the individual that you're speaking to. When that whole towel situation happened, I told y'all that I was in a car and I asked this woman 5 different times to take me home, and I was uncomfortable. Y'all niggas didn't give a fuck about my safety. Y'all didn't care. Y'all said I should have elbowed her. Y'all said I should have fought while she
I
was
ain't say
driving.
shit.
Y'all said
I ain't say
people
nothing.
said people said the most egregious shit, and nobody gave a fuck about anybody's safety. And now in a situation again where someone is actively following me around, y'all see it. You see the antagonistic behavior. Y'all having conversations with me. Go have a conversation with her. That's the problem. Y'all niggas want to come talk to me. Go talk to her. I'm handling myself very well.
Okay, but she not showing up, Rose.
Nah, y'all could go
TeaTyme
on her
said
shit.
TeaTyme.
Go on
I
her
don't
shit and talk
she
to her.
blocked me. She
Go
been
on
blocked
her
me.
shit and talk to her. Don't come sitting here
She
trying to give
been
me
blocked me.
advice that I didn't ask for when y'all ain't talking to her about shit. Go talk to
She blocked
her.
me. She blocked me back in January. So I don't have no rep for the lady.
The
But
fuck?
what
This
I
bitch almost 40
TeaTyme
years old. Almost 40.
exactly.
I'm old enough to be y'all kid.
Exactly.
So
That's
why
the
the
same
fuck is
thing.
y'all coming to me?
That's the same
Go
thing I would
talk
tell
to
my
her.
daughter. I would tell my daughter the same thing.
The fuck?
If my daughter was on the internet and she had a relationship with somebody and it went south and now the bitch stalking her, I would tell my daughter the same thing. Move around. Something wrong with the bitch. That's what I would tell my
But
daughter.
she
But
is
if
moving around.
therapists, that's what I told Rose. Rose just started snapping on me. I
They is
said
moving
I
around though,
respect.
but you don't have to just run every time somebody. It's not even about moving around. She's
Okay, so
picking.
Okay, so what's the solution, TeaTyme?
This is a solution. What I would do if she don't come in my space, but this is what I would do. If I see that shit in my platform, a person come over and pick with a person, I'm gonna tell them like, dude, cut that shit out, or I'm gonna drop you. Like, it's
No,
nothing
I'm talking
wrong with
about
being
if
court. I'm
you
gonna tell you, I address
TeaTyme.
it. The solution is to call it out when y'all see it in other spaces. It's
Okay,
like
so I
we
don't see the
are
bitch
a
in spaces.
community of people. Okay, so you ask me, what was the
Okay,
solution? The solution
all
is to
right,
call it out, to address it.
okay,
That's what I'm doing. I'm bringing attention to it.
okay,
If you see something, say something. So
okay. But
I'm
the
using
safety
my
for Rose.
platform to I'm be the safety. The safety for her is for other people to see, and she's doing her part. So cool. If she goes to somebody else's face, she shouldn't have to remove herself just because this girl wants to antagonize her. It shouldn't be
Okay,
allowed.
okay. So you saying the other people on those platforms that Rose frequent, they should remove the therapist?
If she antagonizes
Yeah, that's what I'm
whoever is
saying. If she started
antagonist,
fucking with
yes.
Rose, she's okay. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just asking. I don't know every fucking thing. I just gave my opinion, and I'm just
Together at the
asking.
same time. No, you don't got to do that. But if you see somebody and if you see this person being harassed or antagonized, yes, call that shit out. Be like, no, we're not gonna do that over here. Go do that on your own platform.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's all. Go ahead, man.
No, I just came up in the box so y'all can see how people follow me around do the same shit. What I'm saying is like, TikTok go TikTok, and people do the same shit. People follow each other all the time and even stream their fucking lives. So I'm saying like, if we gonna call out one person, we got to call out everybody.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
go
go
ahead.
before you right now. So
Call out who else do it.
no,
Call out who
I'm
else
not
do it.
saying
Go
UT.
ahead.
I'm just speaking in general. This is your panel.
I'm not saying me either because I know I don't go around messing with nobody. So
No,
call out who
I know
else
you
do it.
explained that already. I'm just saying in general, like as far as we
I'm
all were.
telling you, call out somebody else that goes around antagonizing people. That goes around from platform to platform, intentionally antagonizing people, creators that are friends that goes around and just intentionally antagonizing one individual. Go ahead, call them out.
And then, but when you
Because
do
I
that,
was
then
doing
guess what they say, T? Guess what they say? Omar, stop arguing with the comments. Omar, stop. They do it
No, I'm
daily.
talking about people that goes in panels. Now we got commenters, we got trolls. We can't do shit about them motherfuckers, but block them. I'm talking about people that goes up in panels. They literally will go up in the panel and literally come up to you and be like, Omar, you wish you had some money, don't you, Omar? You wish you had a job, don't you, Omar? Who does that?
It happens. I'm just saying, I see it daily for men and women. I see it daily
Let's
for men
call
and
it
women
out.
on every single platform. And then it's hard to say that too when people frequent the exact same spaces. Like motherfuckers need to get on crochet talk or something. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just being real about it. And I'm not, I'm
I'm
not
gonna say this.
disregarding what y'all talking about. But
We grown as fuck. I can sit up in a motherfucker panel with a motherfucker that I don't like and never address them. I can do that. I can sit in a panel with a person that I do not like, don't fuck with, have had beef with, and never once address them ever. We are
that's
grown
you
as
though, T.
fuck.
But T, that's you
What
though.
I'm saying is it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Just because everybody do it don't mean it's acceptable. So if I see it, I'm gonna call that shit out. If I see it, I'm calling it out. Period. I don't fuck with Trina. Trina ain't my motherfucking friend. Me and Trina done had words over and over again. This don't benefit me, but I think the shit is wrong.
So was it wrong?
It's
Was it wrong?
wrong.
No, listen though. Was it wrong when that therapist was doing it before, when it wasn't being done to specific people? Like, because when she was giving everybody money and gifting them, it wasn't an issue though. When she was doing it to others on people platforms though.
Who is she doing it to? Cause I ain't never fucked with that girl. So who she was
I say
doing it
you
to?
did. I'm just saying that I've
That's
seen
what
the
I'm saying.
same
I'm
thing.
asking you, who is she
This
doing
woman
it
has
to?
had the exact same behavior since she's got on TikTok. She hasn't
Who has
changed
she
since she
done
got
it
on
to?
TikTok. Huh?
So what I'm saying is, I see something now, and I'm saying something. If I would have saw it before, even back when she was helping Trina, even back when I saw her doing that fuck shit, when she was telling people to donate to Trina, but not to don't ask no questions, I called that shit out. Anytime I've seen some problematic shit, I've called it out, and that's with anybody. So what I do, I don't give a fuck who you is. If you my friend, you my foe, whatever. If I see something, I'm gonna say something. So I see something now. I'm saying something now. So I need to know who we talking about. Say names.
It's too many. It's too many. I can't keep up.
Say one then.
I have
If
mental
it's too
funerals
many, you can
every
at least
time.
say one.
Each time I'm gonna keep it real with you. I have mental funerals every day. Half of these motherfuckers I look at this block, I don't even remember why I blocked them.
But you remember it happened. And here's the thing. This is what I
I
don't
know it
like about
happens.
this app.
I can sit. Look, I'm gonna sit right here and be quiet. Look,
This is what I hate about this
watch this
app,
tea time.
though.
Look, wait, look, tea time. Let
Y'all
me
be
say this.
like,
Look. I'm gonna be quiet
wait a
for the
minute,
next
no, because
5
I
minutes.
asked you
Wait, let me say this.
okay,
So look,
wait a minute.
I'm gonna be
Oh
quiet
my
for
fucking
5 minutes and
God.
watch your comments. Watch what happened.
Okay, cool. My comments, I get bullied on my own platform. Okay, I'm not talking about the
Me
comments.
too.
I'm talking about a motherfucker that will come up in your that was your homie, your friend, that fucked with you, and then just comes around, goes around picking with you, jump up in your box, jump up in the box to be like, Omar, where your wife at? Omar, where your money at? Who's doing
They
that?
do it, and
Go
I
ahead.
ignore them. I ignore them because what happened was tea time. I was just discussing this earlier. I don't give them that energy because first of all, I'm not finna argue with motherfuckers who I'm actually doing better than in life. And most of these people that do this type of shit, they're miserable, and what they trying to do is I call them energy vampires. So it gets to a point when you're an adult, like you can ignore the shit. If you want to keep on
See,
feeding into
that's
the
a
same
lie
narrative
y'all
of the
be
same
telling people.
bullshit,
That's a lie y'all probably be telling y'all
and
fucking kids.
a lot of creators like it. Look, and I'm gonna be real with you, TeaTyme.
Let me tell you, you're lying. You're lying. Because I just heard you telling the nigga to pull up on you. So stop the fucking games. Y'all sit here and lie on this app
You
every
gonna tell somebody to
motherfucking day,
pull
and
up
this
to
is
you?
dangerous. Yo,
T,
you
when did I
told
tell
friends to pull
somebody?
up, nigga. Y'all was
How long
drop
ago was
locations.
that? How long ago was
It
that?
don't matter. It happened, so you didn't
Okay, did
ignore
you
it. So
see the
listen,
live after that,
hear
T?
me loud and clear. No, hear me loud and clear. This is
Did you see the
dangerous
live
what
after
y'all
that?
doing. Let me please speak. This is dangerous what y'all doing. Y'all lying to yourself and y'all lying to people on this app on real life. Because y'all know in real life y'all not gonna let nobody disrespect you and you just gonna keep walking away and keep walking away. Motherfucking real life is that. You fuck with me and it's that. It ain't no I'm just gonna walk away like a power and I'm not gonna tuck my tail and hide. Y'all not teaching y'all kids that shit. You not telling your sister that shit. You not practicing that shit. So for y'all to sit here on this app and be like, just ignore them. Just go ahead and it's just, you're lying. You're lying. The bone-faced lie.
But T, we on an app though.
And
We
y'all
not,
can't even do it on this app. None of y'all
we,
can. I ain't seen
we,
near one of you motherfuckers on this app ignore shit. So stop
how
lying.
the girl in the comments just told me to eat Rozay coochie. I ain't say one word to her. We on
I
an
ain't gonna
app.
lie.
Okay? That don't mean
She,
you
She answered to
ignoring her. You
everybody.
don't ignore everybody.
you ain't never seen me arguing with no comments, T. I get up in the box and
I
say
ain't
what I
talking
gotta
about
say.
the comments.
Okay, I get in the
That's
box
what I'm
and say
trying
what
to
I gotta say
figure
to
out.
that
What
person.
Keisha,
But
can I
that's what
finish
I'm
what I was
saying.
saying though? Can I
If
respond to
is
what you were
it?
saying? So with that, T, you are correct. I did tell a motherfucker to pull up because guess what? If a motherfucker threatened me to about Omar, where you at, drop your location, and where I was in my mind at that time, I did say that. Now I went on another live after that because honestly, if it don't matter to me after 5 minutes, it don't matter period in my life.
I
I
got in
went
the
on the
panel
live,
and
he
cursed
tried
her
to
out.
Keisha,
Thank you.
are you Riri or something? Goddamn, control your impulses.
My
Shit.
bad, Omar. My bad.
So what I'm saying is, I went on the live after that on Miss Nitra live, and he tried to fire the same thing right back up. And I told him, I said, you know what, bro? Go on your way. I realized the mistake I made by even entertaining that shit. And then he was like, well, we can unblock each other. I said, no, stay where you at. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. And what I'm saying is, people do respond off of feelings and emotions. We're human. But at the same time, when you operate on a certain level or you raise a certain way or you think a certain way, eventually you gonna come back into your senses and be like, nah, this shit ain't worth it. Because it ain't nothing but an app. And what I'm saying is, some creators allow people in the boxes because they know that shit is gonna happen. They know another person in one of these boxes are gonna antagonize somebody that's there. And you explained that perfectly. You said, Omar, I'm calling out this situation. You said that when I was in the comments, and I understood that. And honestly, the reason I came up in the box was to sit here. I was gonna be quiet and let the motherfuckers in the comments do what y'all are talking about.